Ducati shook up the motorcycle world this year with its new Scrambler, a fun throwback style bike that's been an enormous sales success and has other companies scrambling to keep up. But it's not resting on its laurels. In fact, it's cruising into yet another new segment this year with the recently unveiled XDiavel cruiser. With me today, Dominique Cheraki, CEO of Ducati North America. Now this bike, the XDiavel, never really seen anything like it before. It's a real deal cruiser, seats back, your feet are up front, hands way out here. I'm going to call it I think the Italian word's maiale, the hog, but the Italian hog, kind of like a Harley for a new generation. Am I right about that? Is that what you're going for?
That's exactly what we are going for. The idea was to come with to introduce in this market, in this segment, which is a big segment here, especially here in the US. And we wanted to come with a real cruiser. So, as you said, feet forward, low seat, cool riding position. By the way, one of the way we describe the product is with 3 different numbers that tell the story about the bike. It's 5,000, 60, and 40. 5,000 is the max, is the RPM, the rev where the maximum torque is delivered, which is exactly what you expect for this type of experience. Then 60 is the riding position that you can get with the different position for the foot peg, the seat. There are 5 different seat and 3 different handlebar, which means that you can find 60 different positions and get the bike as you want. And the third number, which is 40, is the leaning angle. It's the maximum leaning angle, which 40 degrees is probably more than in this typical environment, but it gives you an idea about how you can be excited to ride this bike.
I don't think I'm going to 40 degrees, I'll tell you that, but let me tell you, was this made for the American market specifically in mind, or do you have a global view for this like you did with the Scrambler?
No, absolutely. We will sell the product everywhere in the world. There are some very market everywhere in the world, but absolutely in the US will be probably the market number 1 for this motorcycle.
Big engine on this. How powerful is it?
It's 156 horsepower, but really the question is the torque and the 5,000 RPM. That's tell you a lot about the type of behavior and the handling of the bike.
And I read this has launch control.
Yes, there is.
It's like with the cars, just full throttle, drop the clutch kind of thing?
Exactly, that's the point. That you have the bottom, you choose 3 different mods, you open full throttle, you release the clutch, and then you get the best acceleration on the first 2 gears.
Ducati's known for its racing efforts. Cruisers are typically drag racers here in the U.S. Any interest in getting into that sport with the XDiavel?
Well, the idea was to make a cruiser, and you know the name XDiavel come from the cross intersection in between the cruising world, as we said, riding position, cruising, low RPM torque, and on the other side, the Italian and Ducati codes, which are sophistication, design, and performance. So basically, that was the idea, to come with our own codes, but in a different market.
What's the price point on this?
The first, the Diavel standard, the XDiavel standard will start at $1995, and then there is another model with better wheels, with different paint, and which is $22,995.
Now, typically over in Europe, not so much into cruisers, you're into your touring bikes there, and you've got a new one of those as well, the Multistrada Enduro, which is a kind of touring adventure bike that's also good for some serious off-roading, right?
Yes, that's the idea. 4 years ago, 5 years ago, we launched the Multistrada, which was a multi-purpose motorcycle doing very well on street and being able to go off-road, but slightly off-road, dust road, I would say. While the Multistrada Enduro is a real off-road bike. It's what we call the wild side of the brand. It's where we can go and do a real off-road for the first time. It's probably the first Ducati ever produced with real off-road capabilities.
So let's talk about the Scrambler, because that's just been a runaway success for you guys. Still your best-selling bike?
Yes, that's the best-selling all over the world. This year, thanks to the Scrambler, we've been able to break the 50,000 mark already in October. So, which means that we will end the year with the best performance ever in the world, the best year in North America also. So the Scrambler was one base of this success. The new Multistrada, the 1299S, which were a new product for 2015, were also very successful. But we can say that the addition of this new brand bring a lot of sales.
Pretty accessible bike. I mean, I know you've been selling it to a lot of first-time riders. people getting back into bikes. But the Scrambler is very powerful. You now have a new one, the Scrambler 62. Has about half the power, a little bit cheaper. That's going to be coming out next year?
Yes, that's the one coming in 2016. When we launched the Scrambler brand, the idea was to open our doors to a new crowd and to make the bikes more accessible. But even 800cc and 75 horsepower may remain a bit intimidating. So this year we are coming with the Scrambler 62, which is only 41 horsepower, which is 400cc, low seat, very accessible, very nimble.
Adventure bikes, Scramblers, cruisers. What are you going to do next? What's next?
We have a lot to do already with what we have on our plate today. So let's focus on what we have on our plate, and then we'll see later.
All right, Dominique Cheraki, CEO of Ducati North America. I actually got to drive the current Scrambler a couple months ago. You can see that review on autos.foxnews.com, along with the rest of your automotive and sometimes motorcycle news. Thanks for watching.